What's up, everyone? Rich at Rivera Urban Homestead. It is Saturday, April 2nd. I haven't really done a video in a couple of weeks. 2 weeks ago on Tuesday, I flew out to Colorado to see my mom, who was very ill. My brothers were already there. I got out there Tuesday, but when I left Tampa Airport, we had an hour delay, something to do with the ground crew and the fueling of the plane or something. We sat on the plane for an hour, didn't move. We got to Denver. My connecting flight from Denver to Colorado Springs was already gone because I only had a 40-minute layover, and I was sitting back here in Tampa for an hour. So they couldn't get me on another plane for hours. So I rented a car real quick in Denver. I drove to Colorado Springs trying to go say goodbye to my mom. And she passed away 40 minutes before I got there. As I was driving there, she passed away. So my mom did pass away on March 22nd at 1:45 in the afternoon. So I stayed there till Friday. I came back last weekend. I worked all week this week, and I almost didn't do a video even again this weekend just because it's, I don't know. I figure I'll do a video. I'm going to keep rolling, man. That's what you got to do. My mom loved watching my videos, actually, so she always liked it when I would do like the speed up modes and we would work real fast in the speed up edit. She loved those. She's like, oh God, it looks so funny when you're all running around all quick. But to my mom, I love you. I'll miss you. But anyway, it's springtime now, right? I got all these different birds nesting in the trees. I'm watching some blackbirds. I already found their nest. They're up there nesting, building a nest. There's mockingbirds on the side of my house building a nest in those white flowered bushes along my chain link fence. There's a birds building a nest in there. So life is being renewed every spring, right? I mean, it's just nature. So what we're going to do this weekend, guys, is we are going to make a bigger raised bed around my orange tree out there. You know, it's in that whiskey barrel, so it's pretty contained. I want to make a bigger raised bed, fill it up, get that whiskey barrel off of it. That way the roots have room to spread out a little further. Maybe we'll start getting some production out of it. I want to get down to that raised bed and where all the broccoli and cabbage was. I want to cut all that out. And we are going to eventually plant the tomato plants probably in there. Not right this minute, but I do want to clear it out. Maybe we'll straw it in. I want to get fertilizer, organic fertilizer, a whole bag, and I want to dump it all in the front yard. Just to feed it and to get that vigorous. I don't want a lawn. I don't want a monoculture, like one thing. I don't want just St. Augustine grass. I want it to be like it is, wild. But I want it to grow more luscious. That way we have more compost to harvest. Also, I want to declutter out back behind the chicken coop just to keep the rodents out of there, make it harder for them to hide. So there's a few different projects I want to get done. How much of it will I get done? I don't know. We'll see by the end of the video. But it is Saturday. My wife just took Tyler to go get his hair cut. When they get back, I might just take a break and go to the beach for a little while and just sit and veg out and relax. But yeah, it's funny. I was thinking about it the other day, and life is like our gardens. Life is ever changing. It doesn't stay the same. Just like our gardens, stuff dies. You replenish it with new stuff. Plants grow seeds. They drop their seeds. They die. The new seeds emerge. And the flow and the nature and the circle of life continues, just like in humans. You know, we grow up, we sow our seeds, we have children, we get older and pass, and the kids take on the role. And being a gardener and doing this as many years as I have, it makes me appreciate all that stuff, like from seed to sprouting out of the dirt, to growing, to maturing, to fruiting, to dying. I don't know. It's just natural. And but anyway, I'm not going to continue to talk about that. I just wanted to put it out there. We're going to move on. I'm not going to make this a depressing video or nothing, guys. We're going to get some work done. Just bear with me, alright? So, first thing I got to do is go to Lowe's. I want to pick up, well, I got to get like a 2x, I don't think I have any. Let me look at my wood. No, I got to get some 2x maybe 12 foot high wood, and we're going to make that bed around the orange tree like a 4x4. So I'm going to get that, different soils, different compost, some more peat moss. We'll mix that all together. We'll get that orange tree opened up a little. Maybe we'll get that thing producing a little more. And I'll also pick up organic fertilizer over there. It's springtime. We got to get everything rolling good and keep the momentum going. So let me go to Lowe's. Let me go to Tractor Supply to get straw. And then I'll be back. And maybe I'll go to the beach. Then after that I'll be back and we'll handle business. So we'll talk to y'all here in a little bit. Alright guys, so I got back from Lowe's. I went and I bought some black cow manure, of course, black cow compost, whatever. Some organic Miracle Grow garden soil, some raised bed soil, just a few different varieties, some peat moss. We're going to mix that all together and we're going to build that bed for the orange tree. I tell you what is expensive. I was going to buy some 2x12 by 8 foot long pieces of wood. $36 a piece. 36 bucks a piece, man. I was like, there's no way I'm spending $70 on 2 pieces. So I scrapped that idea, and what I bought is some more of this fence planking. It's already outdoor treated. So anyway, I bought these fence planks again. We'll just stack them up like 3 high. We'll make a raised bed out of them very easily. I have other pieces of wood that we can join them together with, but they were only like $3 and some change. I bought 6 of them, so what's that, like 18, 19, 20 bucks, something like that after taxes. Sometimes you got to think outside of the box, even the raised bed box, because the 36 bucks for 2 pieces of wood was too expensive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it out of that. So we'll go outside, we'll build the box, we'll add all those different soil elements that I bought. I also have the azomite rock dust. I have a bunch of that still. We're going to dump a bunch of that in there. Organic citrus fertilizer, bone meal, blood meal. And we're going to give that orange tree some room to grow. It's been in that whiskey barrel for what, 3 years now and hasn't really done much. But it is starting to grow a little more. That's what made me kind of re-look at it and be like, we got to help you out a little. So we're going to get that done. But it is supposed to rain tonight and tomorrow. So first thing I'm going to do, another thing I bought at Lowe's was just some Dr. Earth homegrown organic and natural fertilizer. Tomato, vegetable, herb, whatever. I'm going to dump that all in the lawn. And it's supposed to be raining tonight and tomorrow, they're saying. So I want to get this fertilizer down all over the yard, just spread it out, and then let that rain soak it in, and we'll just kind of give a nice little feeding to the yard, because it needs it. I have never fertilized that yard ever. I want that lawn to be real vigorous this summer. That way we get a lot of compost material out of it. So let's do that first. Alright, so I'm definitely going to have to get another bag of that fertilizer because that wasn't enough, but I spread it out as much as possible. Once the rains come in, that lawn will naturally take off, but I just wanted to give it a little bump. So maybe next weekend I'll go grab another bag of it and just spread it around some more. Oh, one other thing I bought. We're going to plant these tomorrow. It was an impulse buy, guys. Yeah. We got some red and we got some yellow onion seeds. Oh yeah. So we're going to take out those Daikon radish that are still in there, and we're going to do 2 long rows in that upper bed. So we're going to plant some onions tomorrow. We're going to get that raised bed filled up. We are going to build it and then fill it, and probably clear out a little of that other bed. So I do have a lot of stuff to do. I'm just not very motivated at the moment, I guess. I don't know. I'm just chilling. So we'll get back with you guys in a little bit, and we'll get back to work. Good morning, guys. It is Sunday, April 3rd. Right now I'm making some eggs and bacon. We're going to have some breakfast. Then we got to get outside and get to work. It did rain last night, so it's going to be wet out. It's a little cloudy, but we got to get that orange tree prepped up and ready to roll. And we got to plant those onions that I got, and we'll see what else we got to get into. First, I'm going to finish making breakfast. All right, they're saying we're supposed to get rain by like noon. So I want to get the box built for the orange tree and get that soil put in there. So let me cut these in half to start. First thing I'm going to do is just cut off those little angled ends. Just make it a straight line. So let me get that all cut off. Now I'm just going to cut them in half. Okay, so the box is going to be really easy, guys. I'm just putting 3 of the planks together, 1, 2, 3. We're just going to connect them with these little 1x1 strips of wood, and then we'll just make the box and put it around the orange tree and fill it in. Nothing too elaborate. So I'm going to put the strips on the bottom because I want to screw it in from the outside going in, because there is going to be a little bit of tip left in the screw, so I'd rather have it on the inside with the soil. Okay, 1 wall. Okay, so there we go. I got my 4 walls done. Just put them together by just some strips of wood in the back, no big deal. Now I just cut 4 2x4 pieces, the height of those, so now we're going to just put them all together with it. You know what, to make it easier, I am going to take the 4 sides out there, and we will construct it out in the backyard, so I ain't got to carry that big old thing back there. Okay, so let's construct the box right around the orange tree. Alright, so now that I got the box set up where I want it, the next thing I got to do is get that whiskey barrel out from around the orange tree. I'm going to try my Dremel tool and just try and cut the metal straps and see if that works, but not quite sure. We'll give it a go. Alright, actually that worked beautifully. Alright, so there we go. Now we could just add more soil and give it more room to grow. And as you can see, I just bought a bunch of different things. Some Jungle Growth garden soil, some Miracle Grow Performance Organics all ground soil. Got some Black Cow. Got some peat moss. More Black Cow over here. Organic potting mix, Jungle Growth. And then I got the citrus organic fertilizer, bone meal, blood meal, and azomite rock dust. So I'm just going to start layering it in, literally. We'll start with that big blue bag over there. Oh, it's starting to rain. Let me get inside for a little bit. I don't want the camera to get wet. Oh, there's my coffee. I was looking for that. Well, we just had a little sprinkle and then it's gone already, so that's cool. Anyway, let's check it out, how it's looking so far. Not bad. As you can see, I put the citrus fertilizer around it, the azomite rock dust. Now I'm just going to kind of level it out. And then we'll probably go get some straw and straw it in. But that's going to be a nice area for the orange tree to hopefully grow better in.
The blackbirds are going to be a new sound around here, guys, because they were just making a nest up in that pine tree. Oh, there it goes up there. That's where their nest is, so we'll be hearing blackbirds for a little while, it looks like. Alright, I kind of like that. We'll see how it works. Hopefully it helps this guy produce something. Because as you can see here, I do have two little oranges right here. Just little guys. And again, I only had to buy 6 planks of that wood at $3 a piece. So, I mean, literally with taxes and stuff, you're probably looking at 25 bucks altogether. When one of those 2x12s by 8s was 36 bucks for one piece. So I just did what I could do and it came out really good. Here come the rains again. Alright, so in between the rains I went into the chicken coop and got some of the straw that I have in there and just filled it all in. So now it's nicely covered, watered. We'll just you know, do some updates on it later on. We'll see how it rolls. Oh, look at this. I see another little orange. Another little orange right here. Oh, cute. Yeah, I hear you guys. There's the nest right there for the blackbirds. Oh, yes. Alright, now that the rain seems to be over for now, let's plant some onions. I got yellow onions and red onions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to harvest out the Dakan radishes, get them out of there, and then we're going to do 2 strips in between the cucumber plants. Oh, speaking of cucumber plants, let's take a quick look. So as you can see, this plant is doing pretty good. It's got a lot of flowers on it. And over there on this plant, it has a lot of flowers as well, and even one little cucumber right there. So far they're not getting mildew, so we'll see. We might have some cucumbers this year. Alright, let's harvest out this Dakan radish, see what we got. Alright, not too bad. It's a pretty big one as well. Looking good. Let me move the straw aside and get a little channel going. The plant height can get 4 to 6 inches. They 3 to 4 inch spacing and 1 to 2 inches deep. So 1 to 2 inches deep, 3 to 4 inches apart. Alright. I'm gonna go right about there. Alright, let's do 8 of the yellow. Look at these cute little guys. Aren't they cute? Alright, so we're going about 2 inches deep. And we got tons more. It comes with like 60 bulbs in here, so I'm only doing 8 right now. So we got plenty of onion bulbs. Let me get around to the other side and do the red. I don't know. I don't think the red ones look very good. I'm just going to adjust that marker over here so we know where they're at. Alright, so we got some onions planted. We got the orange tree all set up. Another big Dakan radish and a littler one that Christine can make some more radish kimchi or radish soup out of. I'm going to go break off all the greens and throw all that into the chickens. They like the little flowers and stuff. Let's do a quick update. Here's our tomato plants. We got the 4 tomatoes in the back and then the 4 peppers in the front. Everyone is looking really good. I did repot those peppers the other day. Cucumbers are not dying on me yet. I am very pleased with that. This mess of bed here, we just got to cut all this stuff down. It is huge. I'm not keeping seeds or nothing, so probably just throw all that into the chicken area. Bean plants, they're not like really vigorous or nothing. They're barely growing any, I don't know. But I do have quite a few beans I gotta pick. So we are getting some beans. Brussels sprouts down in here. We are getting some Brussels sprouts. Look at those. Isn't that cool? A couple little ones in this one. And then there's some more over in that one. So we got some Brussels sprouts in there. Alright, so being it's been raining on and off, I wanted to declutter behind the chicken coop and get all that stuff cleaned up, but it's all wet and nasty right now, so I'm not doing that. I'm going to do one more update around here for the garden, and that is in the banana patch. I'll show you how it's looking now that we cleaned up and cleared out all the dead stuff. So let's check it out. So as you can see now we have a nice pup here. This one is dead. I got to cut it out, and I got to cut the one back there out. But nice babies right here. These two look really good. Oh, and there's a tiny one starting to grow over there. And there's also something growing here. It almost looks like a melon of some sort. I have no clue. It's just growing out of the ground from something. But as you can see, we have another baby right there, another pup right there. And then these pups are starting to really take off good. So we do need to cut down. Well, back there we got some bananas growing right there. So once those bananas are done, we'll cut that big one out of there. So yeah, we have quite a few youngins starting to grow, looking really nice. We should be getting a couple of different sets of bananas this year. And the chickens are all just kind of kicking it. That one's back there getting them a nice dust bath on. It looks all rugged and dirty. Oh yeah, get that in there. It's good for them to do that. It cleans out their skin. You know, they put that sand and the dirt in between their feathers, and it kind of like exfoliates them. And if there's any mites or anything like that that they have, it'll help alleviate them as well. So they do that quite often. Come on, orange tree, make us some oranges. That would be so cool. I didn't even use the peat moss, so I'll just stash that away for when we make some new soil up. Alright, so anyway, that's going to be a wrap for the day, guys. I need to get this edited, uploaded, and I'm just going to relax for the rest of the day. It's been a rough couple of weeks. So we did get some good stuff done, though. Got that orange tree box set up, filled up. We planted some onions, yellow and red varieties. We harvested some Dakan radishes again. I do have some beans to pick. And we put some fertilizer down on the yard, so hopefully it starts raining and we start getting a vigorous growth out of that. Yeah, so I did quite a few things. Bananas are looking good. So the whole area looks good. We're just going to relax now for the rest of the day and get ready for another work week. So thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I appreciate it, and we'll see you next week.